First Alert forecast from meteorologist Justin Gertz.
We had those pesky areas of light snow earlier on today. Now, those are long gone, but we did have some issues for the morning drive. Right now, though, things are doing pretty well as far as the road conditions from the Iowa DOT. We're still seeing some partial coverage along portions of 151, Highway 30, even Highway 1 between Mount Vernon and Solon. Also, Highway 1 south of Iowa City down toward Kelowna. We're seeing some partial coverage, a little bit of 218 too, but for the most part, things are doing a lot better. Of course, we are highlighting the cold in your First Alert. Good news is wind chills are only going to be getting to about maybe 10 degrees below zero. It's not bitterly cold. We can certainly handle that. Now, if you've been thinking to yourself, it seems like it's been really cold around here lately, maybe unusually so, you're absolutely right. Here's the average temperature and the ranking for December 25th through January 15th, so that 3-week period. 7.6 was the average temperature in Cedar Rapids. For those 3 weeks, that's the 5th coldest on record. Dubuque also 7.6. That's the 9th coldest on record. Iowa City, 10.5 was the average temperature. That was 7th coldest. And in Waterloo, we had an average temperature of 6.1. That was the 6th coldest on record. And these are looking at data going all the way back to the 1890s. So it has been quite unusual. And for a lot of us, it's been the coldest period since the late 70s. Anybody who was here 40 years ago certainly remembers that. We have those temperatures in the single digits to around 10 degrees right now across eastern Iowa under a mainly clear sky. Now, on Pinpoint Futurecast, we have the clear sky. That lasts throughout the evening and overnight hours. So things are looking pretty quiet here. Yes, it's going to be another cold night, but it's not going to be horribly cold. So I guess that's an improvement, right? 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we have some sunshine, and that mostly sunny sky lasts the entire day on Wednesday. That with a southwest wind are going to boost our temperatures into the 20s tomorrow. Tonight, all of the area is going to be dropping to near zero. Northwest winds 5 to 15, mostly clear skies. Again, wind chills are going to be around 10 degrees below zero tomorrow morning. Winds are from the southwest at 10 to 20 tomorrow, but with that mostly sunny sky, our temperatures rise nicely. 22 to 25 is going to be common across eastern Iowa. And we keep on rising after that. Look at Thursday, 36 the high, mostly sunny, all the way up to 44 on Friday with a partly cloudy sky. On Saturday, there's a chance of a little bit of light rain or drizzle, otherwise cloudy, 42 the high. Sunday, precipitation is likely. Right now, based on everything I've been looking at so far today, it's quite likely this is going to be a mainly rain shower event for us. However, still waterline enough that I'm going to keep a slight chance of a little bit of wet snow mixing in. Better chance of any snow changeover happens later Sunday night into the day on Monday. By and large, though, at this point, looks like the cold part of the system is going to be in Minnesota. But as always, we'll keep an eye on things in case it ends up shifting southeast over the coming days.
I'm just excited to potentially be above freezing eventually.
Yeah, it'll be a really nice thing when that happens.
Thanks so much, Justin. A woman charged in connection with a deadly hit-and-run crash in October entered a not guilty plea today. A judge was supposed to sentence 25-year-old Ashley Pennington today. This was on earlier convictions prior to her arrest for leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death. But the judge says a pre-sentencing report wasn't complete, and the judge says it's possible the court might wait until her hit-and-run trial is complete to sentence her on the other things. Pennington's accused of driving a stolen car when she turned in front of a motorcycle last October. That motorcycle driver whom you saw there died. 63-year-old Michael Olson. Her trial date for the hit-and-run case has not been set. Should people under age 21 be allowed into bars? Marion's asking that question. KCRG-TV9's Phil Reed is live in our newsroom with this story. Phil, Marion's looking at changing its code.
Yeah, that's right, Beth. And they held their first public input session just about an hour ago. Now, what they are proposing is to let 21-year-olds into a bar during daylight hours as long as they are accompanied by a guardian or a responsible adult. And, you know, there's been several bar owners in Marion who have been pushing for this change. Now, I spoke to the owner of Brick Alley Pub and Sports Bar earlier today. He says the current law limits the clientele allowed at his business since they do not serve food. And he would like to rent out the extra space there for events. He says it would be a good way to get some extra cash.
We've had opportunities to rent for wedding rehearsal parties, for graduation parties, and surprise birthday parties and retirement parties. And due to the fact that we can't have kids in the establishment, we have had to turn away business.
A bar is defined in Marion as a place that makes more than half of its profits from alcohol sales. Now, I talked to a counselor and a member of Marion Police about the proposed change, and they both expressed some concerns about the proposed ordinance. Hear from them tonight at 6. Live in the newsroom, Phil Reed, KCRG-TV9 News.
I do my math and I always pass. I take my time and I'm always last.
That fourth grader and his buddies are trying something a little different when it comes to learning, especially learning literacy skills. They're doing it through Waterloo School's hip-hop literacy program. KCRG-TV9's Bria Love tells us how bars and stanzas combine in an effort to help students better understand language.
We want to build, that's going to be a part of the rhyme that we create. Hip-hop is a form of communication.
I can take data and put it in a graph. I follow expectations and I don't get sad.
It is a language, it is a tool. You guys hear the beat drop?
And teacher Lamont Muhammad is using it.
Students being able to memorize verses a lot of times before they can even learn how to read. They know the verse to a song, so you look at the power of that.
I like to read books, I like good novels. Before I go to school, I like to eat waffles.
So he and a group of fourth graders from Dr. Walter Cunningham's School of Excellence meet after school to learn from them. Muhammad says figurative language, metaphors, similes, hyperboles, and onomatopoeias can all be found within a verse.
Today I'm going to bring you this author. Respect him as an author, Slick Rick, and he says, once upon a time not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow. It's to a rhythm, but he's also, he's a storyteller.
In the program, students brainstorm, find a beat, and start writing. And Muhammad says that translates to success.
And it's not just making an impact in the school, it's helping students outside of the classroom.
I could be a star every single day. S and star stands for safe.
Something Day-Day Watson is experiencing. Through writing bars, she's learning confidence.
You can do anything, really. Well, if you just try, you can do it.
Once a week, students head to the studio. So far, they've written and recorded 2 songs and held 2 community performances.
First performance we did was scary, but this one I was ready for it and not scared.
They're learning it already, but you just got to connect it.
He hopes it can grow so all teachers can use hip-hop as a tool for success. In Waterloo, Bria Love, KCRG-TV9 News.
Well, today on KCRG 9.3, you can watch high school hoops in a doubleheader. Prince of Peace is taking on Lisbon. Coverage starts tonight at 6, again on KCRG 9.3. And now here's a look at what's coming up tonight on the KCRG TV9 News at 6.
I'm just incredibly excited for the experience to participate in an entire rocket campaign within the span of 4 days.
2 University of Iowa students are headed to Norway for a week of rocket school. Find out how the experience will benefit them and the university coming up at 6. We'll be right back. Stay with us.